Okay, my students, this review might take a couple videos, but we'll see how it goes. First, write down all the ones you can see. Stop the video, write down the ones you can see. Then turn it back on, and I'll move this over so you can get the rest of them. Then do the problems. Then turn it back on. I'll do all these. Then I have more for you to do. Oh, how much fun. By the way, this is brought to you by the pencil. Oh, without the pencil, we'd have to use tree bark. Anyways, go ahead, write them down. You should have stopped the video so you could have written them down before I moved it. So now write these down and then turn me back on and I'll do them. Okay, here we go. So I put a couple solve in there. So, I could put a couple on from previous tests just to make sure you know the basics, especially divide by 0. But solving, we just multiply both sides by the number that turns this into 1, and that would be 3. So it'd be x equals 18. This one, you do the reverse. I'm subtracting 6, so you would add 6 to both sides. Well, hot dogs. Now, these basic ones, which have been on the last several tests, whenever you divide by 0, when you divide by 0, it's undefined. 0 on the bottom is undefined. That is true all the time. Now, of course, 0 on the top, a number other than 0 on the bottom. Now, 0 divided by 0 is still undefined because you can't have 0 on the bottom. Now, notice a negative, this is the opposite of 6 squared. So the negative is not affected by the square, so it's a negative 36. This is negative squared is positive. 6 squared is 36. Now, this is the order of operations. We'll have a few of those. I have to do minus last, grouping first. 6 minus 10 is minus 4. And minus minus is plus. So the answer is 9. Okay, ooh, longer one. Now, this is not grouping. This is multiply. So it's 6 plus 8 divided by, whoops, well, I'll just write it again. Sorry about that, but you do this first. So 6 plus 8 divided by 4 is 2. 2 times 2 is 4. So 6 plus 4 is 10. This one, it groups around the 4 and 2, so it's 6 plus 8 divided by 8. So it's 6 plus 1, which is 7. 6 plus, we got to do this by groupings. 4 minus 6 is negative 2. 3 plus negative 2 is 1. So it's 7. So now we got some percent problems. Do the same thing as before. Just worry about 3, 4, 5, and 6. Write these down. We'll stop the video, write these two, and then I'm going to move it, and then you can start up again. Okay. Write these down. Now do those 4 problems, and then turn me back on. Okay. So now I'm going to set this up. You could either do 0.06 times 90, or you could do 6 over 100 equals x over 90, and then cross multiply. I believe the answer is 54. Is that right? 9 times 6. Let's see. Well, let's pause there for a minute. Yeah, I think that's right. No, it's 5.4. I'm sorry. 5.4. Okay. Ooh, I almost messed up. So here we go. 8 is what percent of 60? So this is the way you set it up. Don't have a calculator with me. It's on the iPad, and I'm using the iPad to make this. So it'd be 800 equals 60x. So it'd be 80 divided by 6, whatever that is. Use calculator. 20 is 140%, so it's 20 over I don't know. The whole is 140 over 100. Then cross multiply 2,000 equals 140x. So divide by 140, use a calculator. Find the mean, median, mode, and range. Well, the range would be 100 minus 6. Now, of course, we got to put it in order first. So that'd be 94. This is in order. The mode is the one that occurs the most. In this case is 10. The median, let's see, there's 2, 4, 6, 8. So it's the one between 4 and 5. How do I know? 1, 2, 3, 4 numbers on this side. 1, 2, 3, 4 numbers on this side. The number between 10 and 20 is 15. The mean, you add them all up. So this is, let's see, 140, 170, 190, 2, 10, 218, 224, divided by 8. Use a calculator. Now, last two problems. A $750 coat is on sale for 75% off. What is the new price? There's two ways to do this. You could say if I'm taking 75% off, I'm keeping 25%. So you could just find 25% and that's your answer. Or you could say 0.75 times 750. Oops. And then subtract that from the $750. Or if you want to do it the long way, 75 over 100 equals x over 750. Okie doke. So use a calculator, multiply those two together, and then subtract it from the 75. Or like I could say, you could just do 25% and then that's your answer, because that's how much you took off. I have 160. I want 200. So it's 160 over 200, because 200 is the total. So x over 100. So cross multiply 16000 equals 200x. So I do believe it's 80%. Okay. So sorry about this one. I need to get a handheld calculator for my house. I have one at school. But here we go. Oh, I guess we might have time for this. So do the top three. Find the probability deck of cards. 1 is probably draw a red 2. 2 is draw a spade. Draw a jack. So try those now. Turn me off. Okay, draw a red 2. There's 2 red 2s in the deck of 52. So that would be 1 out of 26 times you draw a red 2. Draw a spade. There's two ways to do this. There's 13 out of 52 cards are spades. Or 1 suit out of 4 suits are spades. Jack, there's 4 jacks out of 52 cards. Or 1 jack out of every 13 cards in a single suit. Now, second, 10. So we got a bag of marbles. We want to replace the marble. We have 3 blue, 6 green, 1 red. And I want to find the probability. Pull out a blue, then pull out a blue, a red, pull out a marble. Well, I'll give you a hint. The pull out a marble, probably pull out a marble is 1. Because it has to happen, because that's all you got in the bag. If it says probability pull out a Snicker bar, that would be 0, because we don't have Snicker bars in the bag. I wonder who ate them. So do those 3. Okay, let's see what we got. Probability blue, blue. There's 10 marbles, 3 blue, so it'd be 3 out of 10. 3 out of 10 because you're replacing the marbles. So there's always 10 marbles, so it'd be 9 out of 100 tries. Red, red, there's 1 red, but you're putting it back in when you pick it, so that'd be 1 out of 100. Now remember, odds is the number of ways it can happen compared with the number of ways it can't. There's 3 blue, and 7 marbles are not blue, so it's 3 to 7. So probability is the number of ways it can happen divided by total. So if I said what's the probability of picking blue, you'd say 3 to 10. 3 over 10, because there's 10 marbles. But odds is the number of ways it can happen, 3, compared with how many are not blue, 7. Okay, doing this kind of quick. So we got 1 pink, 4 green, 3 black. I don't want to replace it, so I pick it and throw it away, although each problem is separate, so I start with the same. So what's the probability of black then a pink? Well, I have 3 black out of 8 marbles, 1 plus 4 plus 3. So it'd be 3 out of 8 times. Now, one of the blacks is gone, so I'm down to 7 marbles. There's 1 pink left out of 7, so it'd be 3 over 56. Then green, black, green. Well, there's 4 greens out of 8 to start with, but one of my greenies is gone, so it'd be down to 3. So now I have 7 marbles. So there's 3 blacks out of 7, but now I'm down to 6, and only 3 of them are green. So let's reduce this. This would be 1 over 2, divide by 4. 3/7. This is 1 out of 2. So you just multiply straight across, 3 and 28. Okay, last one, pink, pink. There is 1 pink marble out of 8. So 1 out of 8 times. Oh, now I'm down to 0 pinkies. I've used my 1 pinky, so it'd be 0 out of 8. So it'd be 0 out of 6. Oops, 0 out of 64, which is 0. Cannot happen because I did not replace the marble. Now, if I would have replaced it, I can do it. So replace the marble, it goes on for infinity because you keep putting the marbles back in the bag. Don't replace the marble. It has to stop at some point. The probability has to stop at some point. So, okay, well, I kind of talked fast at the end, so this will just be one video. Test is Tuesday. Have